Every week, someone asks me what supplement I'm taking to stay young. And every week, I have to resist saying, mostly coffee and optimism. But today, let's get serious. What really works and what's just clever marketing in a capsule? Because some supplements have solid science behind them and others are mostly marketing with a very good PR team. The three supplements that actually have good evidence. Creatine. Now, this is the underrated longevity supplement. What it does, it supports ATP production. And ATP is the molecule that fuels all cellular energy. It maintains muscle strength, brain function, and mental clarity, things we lose as we age. The science? There are large human studies involving 400 to 500 adults that show that daily creatine improved both muscle and memory performance over 6 to 12 months. The benefits are most reliable when combined with regular strength training. Brain imaging studies suggest that creatine boosts energy availability in the prefrontal cortex, and that's linked to focus and fatigue resistance. Why it matters for aging? Well, creatine helps preserve lean muscle, and lean muscle is a major predictor of longevity. It may slow sarcopenia and support mitochondrial health. How do we use? 3 to 5 grams per day of creatine monohydrate. You want to stay hydrated when you're taking creatine, and it's safe for long-term use. The second supplement is omega-3 fatty acids. I call this the inflammation buffer. What it does, it reduces low-grade inflammation that drives aging. That's inflammaging. It supports heart, brain, and skin cell membranes. The science. In meta-analysis pooling over 2,000 participants, omega-3 supplementation consistently reduced inflammatory markers like interleukin-6 and TNF-alpha. Studies lasting more than 6 months show improved triglyceride control and slower cognitive decline in older adults. There's even a small dermatology trial which found improved skin hydration and barrier function. So why it matters for aging? Chronic inflammation accelerates tissue damage, so this omega-3 helps to quiet that process. And it may support cognition by maintaining your neuron membrane fluidity. And that's that covering of all your nerve fibers. How to use 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams combined EPA plus DHA daily. You want to choose tested, non-rancid oil and store them in a cool place. The third underrated vitamin is your vitamin D3 plus K2. I call that the hormone in disguise. What it does? Well, vitamin D3 regulates calcium absorption, muscle function, and immune balance. K2 directs calcium into the bones instead of arteries. And these two actually work best together. Now, why even Singaporeans need it? Despite constant sunshine, up to 40% of adults in Singapore are actually vitamin D insufficient. In the UVB rays that make vitamin D peak from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and that's exactly when most people are indoors. Melanin in darker skin acts as a natural sunscreen, so many Asians need longer sun exposure to make the same amount. Sunscreen, air conditioning, and office life complete the perfect recipe for deficiency. So we live in the tropics but behave like cave dwellers. Who benefits most? Women, 40 and above, postmenopausal women, and because they support bone density and muscle strength. Indoor workers, because we rarely see direct midday sun. People with darker skin tones make less vitamin D per minute of sunlight, and older adults. Aging skin produces up to 50% less vitamin D, and those with high body fat. Vitamin D gets trapped in the fat tissue, so lowering the blood levels. The science. A 2019 review combining data from thousands of people found low vitamin D linked to higher mortality and weaker bones. 6-month randomized trials show that adding K2 improves bone density and arterial elasticity. The best studies track blood levels, not self-reported I feel better responses, and demonstrate consistent improvement with supplementation. How to use? D3, about 2,000 IU daily, you can adjust by blood test. K2, 90 to 180 micrograms daily with fat for absorption. Now we come to the 3 supplements that sound exciting, but in my opinion, don't deliver. The first one is resveratrol. I call it the wine molecule myth. What it claims that it activates longevity genes and mimics calorie restriction. But what the science really show? Most data comes from animal studies, and the human trials are small, typically 30 to 50 people for about 8 to 12 weeks, and they show minimal measurable change in metabolism or inflammation. The effective animal doses actually translate to drinking hundreds of bottles of wine per day. Many studies rely on company funding and self-reported vitality scores and not objective aging markers. So my takeaway is that it's a fascinating molecule, but no proven benefit at supplement doses. The second is NMN, or your nicotinamide mononucleotide. I call this the Instagram hero. What it claims? It boosts NAD levels to reverse aging and repair DNA. But what the science really show? Small human trials, around 20 to 30 participants, show a slight NAD increase after 8 to 12 weeks, but there was no confirmed functional improvements. So most of these trials are short-term, they are open label and industry-sponsored, meaning no placebo control. Now, regulatory bodies have reclassified NMN as a drug candidate, reflecting that data are still preliminary. So my takeaway is that mechanistically promising, but evidence in real humans is weak and short-lived. The third is collagen. I call that the marketing masterpiece. What it claims: drinkable skin that reduces wrinkle and boosts glow. But what the science really show? Most trials include fewer than 50 women, run 8 to 12 weeks, and they rely on subjective surveys, like my skin feels smoother. A few measure elasticity objectively, but the improvements are modest, about 5 to 10%, and almost all are funded by the collagen manufacturers themselves. So my takeaway is that at best, mild hydration support, at worst, expensive protein powder. It works better if viewed as a general protein supplementation rather than as targeted skin therapy. Final takeaways: how to think about supplements. Supplements are supporting actors, not the main cast. The lead roles are still nutrient-dense food, quality sleep, regular resistance training, stress management. Now, a quick recap. Evidence-based is your creatine, omega-3, vitamin D3 plus K2. Mostly marketing is your resveratrol, NMN, and collagen. So you can't out-supplement bad habits or bad science. I'm Dr. Lo Chai Ling. This is Chai Files. If this made you rethink your supplement drawer, share it with a friend who still believes collagen can find its way to her face.